I was not recording. Awesome. Oh, YouTube will miss the intro. Cool. Yeah. So, hi, we're playing Shipbreakers Hardspace. It's Brent from On the Origin of Battlemechs. Yeah. Birthday stream. We're having some fun. So, yeah. Remember, always hit that record button and double check. So, we're gonna play Shipbreakers or Hardspace Shipbreakers, and for the uninitiated, it is a really fun game where you do exactly what it says on the box. You break ships apart in space, and it can get really hard because there's some hazards aside from just the environment. A lot of fun, and yeah, we're just gonna chill, hang out, maybe talk about things. There is a VC in my Patreon or in my Discord for patrons. Some may drop by and say hey. Yeah. And of course, everybody is welcome to interact in the chat as Lord of the Floor is doing with announcing the dollar bills or the C bills for the Battletech community. And yeah, so let's just switch over to Shipbreakers. Also, I set up my green screen. I'm very pleased with myself. I need another light because it's not quite right. There's still some fragments, but for one light source and the room light, I think that's not bad. I'm proud of myself. Okay, moving on. I am down here in the corner. We are going to go to standard game. We are going here. Oh, I meant to load a new game. Oops. Hey, Mad Drop, how's it going? Yeah, I'm aware the headphones are kind of.
Hello, Shipbreaker.
It's a thing. I'm aware. I actually have been planning on getting a new set of headphones. It's on the list of things. One of the. It's special. We're going forward together, a fresh, new beginning for the new year and my birthday. Isn't this amazing? Isn't it amazing that mankind has industrialized much of the solar system? Earth has deteriorated to a place of squalor and decay. In orbit, a new breed of workers has emerged, the shipbreaker. The labor is extremely dangerous, but for the select few, the hazard pay is worth the risk. You missed me faffing about a little bit there, Admiral. And accidentally loading in and forgetting to hit record, and yeah, so all that good stuff. So let's look at the environmental storytelling here real quick. So we've got. I need to. It's that shouldn't be there. I apologize. I realized I. That will get rid of the graphical artifact that was up in the corner. We don't need that. Alright. So let's look at the environmental storytelling. Small space, looks like raw mail, corrugated siding walls, so probably not super. Oh yeah, kitty. Okay. We're gonna take a real quick break, and we're going to do the. This is my buddy. This is my boy. Oh no, you've announced yourself. This is Crookshanks. Oh, buddy. Oh, yeah, I know. Okay. He is believed to be at least part Norwegian forest cat. He's a rescue. He is named Crookshanks by the rescue agency that found him and fostered him. No, he's mine. He's mine, but I am... Let's see if we can get a... Oh, look at that kitty. Hey, Scratches, come on. Come on. You're being difficult, aren't you? Okay. Yeah, anyway, he yes, he is the one you occasionally hear in the background. He's my boy. He was a rescue. They gave him that name. I adopted him with my ex. And yeah, let me know if the levels are good, by the way. Yeah, he's a good boy. They believe he's part Norwegian forest cat. He just got some dental work done. Good. And he was actually a therapy animal for a local volunteer organization called PALS for quite a while, but then life just got a little too hectic for us to fit it into the schedule and that stuff. So eventually, yeah, he's a very good boy. He was for PALS he was a emotional therapy animal. We would take him to living facilities and stuff, and people who don't get a chance to see or be around animals because of their living situation got some animal time, which is good because everybody's lives are better with animals in it. And okay. So what we're doing here is we're just this is now a yeah, there you go. This is now just a pet stream. Yeah. I apologize for the state of my desk. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think having a pet is a fundamental part of growing up. I mean, my desk may be cleaner than yours, but I'm still going to apologize for it because it looks quite messy and I don't want that on stream. Let's see. In frame. Haha! So you can see the corner and the microphone. But not my two turntables. And I flipped the two. Alright, so back to Shipbreakers. Alright. So environmental storytelling. Let's see. Lynx Corporation, Shipbreakers application, Energy Power LLC, bill past due, final notice. Haven't read that one. Rebecca Chambers credit transfer declined. That's unfortunate. Government medical payment required. Ted Lee has asked if I have any rations to spare. That's good. That's fun. Office of Civil Overseers, please respond. Mom, dad sick again. Energy bill, which was 2 months ago. And then utility force application denied. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. But there's a way out, and it's the Shipbreaker application. Pave the way to the Galaxy program. Update on your application. Oh, also intermail. Food shortages continue. Central plans confederation put pressure on cities amid violent confederation. Yeah, so resources not great. Not great. Alright. Greetings, citizen. Congratulations on acceptance into the Links Pave the Way to the Galaxy program. For over 124.8 million applicants, you were chosen based on the above average / exceptional physical and cognitive abilities. Participation in this program can be lucrative and rewarding, depending on the willingness to follow the vision and processes of the Links Corporation. Oof. If anybody spent some time in the workforce, they know exactly what that kind of thing means. Oof. You have been assigned a salvage station. This station currently has no additional personnel, but if you're able to demonstrate the ability to build and grow a profitable operation, a number of exciting opportunities await. Remember, employment in the Pave the Way Galaxy program is at a sole discretion of Links Corporation and can be revoked at any time. Acts of insubordination or malice will not be tolerated. So, at will employment. That's how it works. Yeah, we're not quite there. No, we're not heading to the Kerensky cluster yet. We're still stuck in Terra around Sol. Let's see. On receipt of your electronic signature, shuttle will be deployed immediately to your current location, deliver you to your post. Training will commence immediately upon arrival. Finalize your following pages of employment. So, effort tracking, employees required, please enter. Finally accepted. Select revival package. We proudly offer our Everwork TM. Everwork, fun. So yeah, asset replacement program to new employees. Below are the details of your selection. Spare package. Terran Health Board Advisory cloning has a 0.02% chance of DNA corruption. Is that iterative? Standard. Alright. Chicken, plastic free, vegetarian, or emotitarian. I feel like plastic free is the good call. I feel like plastic free is a good call. Yeah, Admiral, I think that's actually part of the storyline. So we'll see what happens. I actually I played a whole bunch of this before they added any of the narratives, so I'm excited to explore that. All right, so I have no criminal record in the Terran or Martian zones. Mars. We're on Mars. Record of juvenile sentence. Correct. I am not a member, nor have I associated with workers' unions or other labor interests. Unfortunate. Life would probably be better if I had. I have completed my annual medical exam and have been cleared for having McCall's lung. I don't know what that is. It's probably made up, but doesn't sound fun. I have no commercial or real estate interests on Luna, in the asteroid belt, or the nation state of Arizona. Arizona's a nation state. Cool. I mean, Luna and asteroid belt makes sense, but who knows? I understand that accepting the health risks associated with long-term ventures and the Van der Waals field. I can't in good conscience click this because I don't understand the thing that's made up. Let's see. Trusting games, I bet the unit is paid DLC. Well, I mean, this game actually has been on Steam Greenlight for quite a while, and they have been adding to it consistently. And for what I paid for it, I think I have already gotten my money's worth out of it. So yeah. And now I will vote for Chancellor Cheng Zhang in the Pan American Senate election. So, nation state of Arizona. And what happened? What happened? Please explain. I mean, like, it is probably illegal by today's standards, but again, what happened? All right. I mean, I didn't read the fine print on the contract, but I'm sure there's a couple good jokes and Easter eggs in there, but we'll see what happens. This intro I love. It is so good. I love this. Oh, I totally have the.
Each day he steps into the yard to earn his wages working hard. I pray to the stars and heaven above to return my daddy to those he loves. If there comes a time when he and death meet, bless the next cutter that takes his seat.
I mean, hey, thank you, Ghoul. Hi.
Hello,
Right.
Cutter
So you,
9346
I don't know when you popped in, but
Your automated
that
Lynx
intro
onboarding
is
experience will now begin.
fantastic.
Please observe this important message.
Oh boy.
Boundless promise. Limitless resources.
Orientation videos. These are always the best.
It's here that hard workers like you, the backbone of civilization, will help us pave the way to the galaxy. I'm Calicia Rye Paulson, president of Lynx Corporation Salvage Division. When my great-great-grandfather Exeter founded Lynx,
I'd recommend checking it out on YouTube. It's like, oh, it's
among the stars. His vision eventually brought us the rail gates. Now spanning all the way to Jupiter, these are the veins connecting all of modern civilization. And the people flowing through them are its lifeblood. The rail gates reinvigorated humanity.
Lord of the Floor. I could believe that Lynx Corporation is like one of the parent companies that eventually became the conglomerate that was eaten up and formed into Comstar after it had been consumed by the Terran hegemony communication network, you know.
And most pioneering company in human history. Your dream may be to forge your own destiny one day. Well, work hard, heed your superiors, believe in the Lynx vision. Do this, and you too will get your chance.
Work like a dog for us for a very long time, and you'll get your opportunity.
The greatest
Maybe.
gift we give our employees, turning death into an ongoing opportunity for learning and growth. With Lynx, death is a fresh start. Good luck.
Sorry, question? Question about that last statement. Because death is a fresh. Yes, I want a fresh. I have questions. Oh no, I hit the I hit the thing.
Video observation complete. To finalize onboarding, your genetic sequence will now be extracted for use with the Lynx Everwork Asset Replacement Program. Don't worry, pain levels during extraction are largely tolerable. Please note,
Largely
as outlined
tolerable.
in Section 31 of
That's why you read the fine print.
Extraction analysis and backup complete. Thank you. Beginning spare generation.
I mean, yeah, fair. A lot of people have played this, and that's because it's really good. Everwork asset replacement successful. Genetic sequence stored. Congratulations. It is now safe to die. Asterisks. Shipbreakers are responsible for the cost of biomaterial used in the Everwork process. An additional fee is required for death that occurs outside of working hours. You may now process with salvage training. Good luck. I mean, definitely Word of Blake and Sabat has some overlap. That's a little horrifying. I never thought about that. This this is the oh no face of Brent. Like, oh dear. Oh, that's bad. All right, so we have a bill for a citizen report check. I'm assuming that's the shuttle to pick me up. Medical analysis, transportation to worksite. That's the shuttle bringing me back, I guess. Seat selection fee. Ooh. Kessler passenger toll. I don't know what that means. Luggage handling, including 35% gratuity. Oof. Automated onboard procedure, lifeguard genetic backup. That's a big chunk of that. Refrigeration, yeah. Equipment startup. Security deposit. I don't own any of this. How am I paying a deposit if I don't own any of this? I'm a clone. You killed the original me, and I am now a clone. Why do I need to be deloused? All right. Oh, sorry. That's yeah. Vampires in Space is one of those things where it's like, I see a lot of promise, but it probably has to be handled very carefully, and like the rules have to be well defined from the beginning. Yeah, so habitation, cleaning and repainting. Why am I on-site training, fair. Helmet interface software update. I don't own this equipment. Meal prep, annual entertainment fees, tracking, implants, salvage rights, financial. Oh, just all that good stuff. Whole bunch of money I owe. Fantastic.
All right, breathe. You're okay. Everything's gonna be just fine. There you go. Plenty of folks feel a bit woozy with their first spare. Anyway, welcome aboard. The name's Weaver. I'm the foreman for yourself and a couple
I mean,
of the other
I can't speak because I'm Canadian there, Lord, but yeah, I've heard.
Station. She may not look like much right now, but once we boot her up, she'll purr like a kitten. All right, let's test out your orientation control. Do me a favor and look up at that cargo elevator up above. That's it. So that's where all the salvage gets collected to be picked up by the transfer crew. Just in case you ever turn yourself out of whack, use your roll thrusters to reorient. All right, now let's get you flying. Activating your thruster controls now. Try moving around. Now, vertical control. Looks good. Now to finalize these movement checks, I need you to fly to these waypoints. Used to be a cutter myself, you know, till there were some complications with my last revive. Those were early days in the tech, though, so never you mind about that. Oh, almost forgot about the most important thing.
I feel like I should mind about that.
Get yourself going at a decent clip, and then test them out, why don't you? Alright, looks like the bay here was left in a bit of a mess. We're gonna clean this scrap up. Gonna activate the furnaces now.
Thanks, Lord. Yeah, you have a good one and enjoy your dinner.
There you go. So these
And hey, Trez.
are used to melt down soft metals. Should go without saying that these things are as hot as all get out. So try not to drift into them by accident. Okay, let's get a handle on your grapple tool. This fella here is a Shipbreakers bread and butter. This is how we move salvage around. Activate the beam and hold it to grab an object and move it around. If it's not too heavy, give it a go and move one of these pieces into either furnace. So when you're holding an object with the grapple, you can retract the beam. This will pull a light object to you. If it's heavier than you, it'll pull you towards it. Nice job cleaning up that soft metal scrap, Cutter. Let's move on to the bigger nanocarbon chunks now, shall we? You may have already noticed that these are too heavy to move with your grapple. I'm enabling your scanner so we can check out their structural makeup. Go ahead and boot it up. This mode of your scanner lets you assess an object's structure. What I want
I
you to focus
agree.
on
This
right
would be a
now
very
are
good
these
VR
cut
game.
points. You have quick access to all your tools through your HUD. Just open up the tool selector and choose the cutting tool. Alright, Control is giving me the go-ahead to get you cutting. Your cutting tool has two modes. The first one is the stinger. It's designed for precision vaporization of cut points like this. You ready to perform some zero-G surgery, Cutter? Well, let's split this scrap so it's light enough to move. That's how you do it. Okay, let me boot up the processor so you can salvage these. Do me a favor and look towards one of them there so I can see if they activate right. Yeah, perfect. Wish me luck here, Cutter. Me and technology ain't always the best of friends. Hey,
You're my handler. That's a little concerning.
Now swap over to your grapple and toss one of them pieces you separated right in there. Well, okay. We're almost done getting this bay in shape. Let's go after that large aluminum chunk over there. Now this beast is way too heavy to move as is. It's also too dense for your stinger to break it down, and there are no structural cut points for us to take advantage of. We're gonna have to switch over to the split saw mode of your cutting tool and start slicing this thing down the side.
Hey, Squared.
Go ahead and switch cut modes now. Now try changing the angle of the cut.
Thank you
We're in business.
for the birthday wishes.
I've unlocked the trigger on your cutting tool. It'll split that big chunk clean in two. Go ahead and give her a whirl. I'm going to turn on your salvage indicator so you can track how much work is left to do. This thing will track how much you've salvaged and how much you've lost. For now, let's try and hit that first goal marker. And that's what it's all about, Cutter. The more salvage goals you complete, the closer you get to hitting your service.
Yeah. So we have the furnace, and there is the red line, which is like the point of no return if you're fully maxed out. If you actually this is some really cool environmental storytelling. So like not only is everything like all banged up,
first shift in the yard cutter. Let's head on over to your hab, and I'll show you the ropes there. Now fly on over back to the master jack. I'll put a marker.
Weaver, I appreciate what you're talking over me, and
head on in, and we'll get started.
I'm trying to espouse the virtues of this game and its environmental storytelling, and its direct storytelling just getting in the way. So yeah, you go in there, you get burned. That's bad. That's the gravitational pull, because this is like a little gravity well, and let's see, let's make sure there's the other stuff.
Material deposited.
What else we got? Anything else here? Oh yeah, it's that thing. Oh, when you have your key finger over one too far. Alright, so right, and you see they have the same on both of them. Yeah, and so it pulls you in, and you basically just get crushed against the field, because it like it fries organic material. And then you have the like barge, which is just a bin. You can actually literally fly into it. It's kind of got a hard bottom, and it's fine. Yeah. And then there's like a ship down there, another salvage yard you can see. And then there's the rail, which you can see firing if you hit a certain point in the progression, you know. yeah, you can also die just by like going too far outside of the like quote unquote pen, and you'll like, because theoretically out there's just debris, like micro debris, so you would get your suit all torn up. Also, hello, Nighthawk 15-2. All right, so we salvaged some stuff. We got some money, which is good. I got the full amount, but what was remaining? The bar was full.
Congrats, Cutter. You're already on your way up. Head on into your hab, and we'll check things out.
Oh yeah, like there has to be, like, especially post Jihad, there has to be like salvage teams running over like the like ghost planets for Word of Blake, like just tearing stuff up and like breaking it all down. Like you there's just no way, if only to like make sure no one else does, you know.
Hello, Shipbreaker. You have one incoming transmission waiting.
Welcome to your new home, Cutter. Has everything you need. This is officially called a ready-made long-term employee habitation something or other. But around here, we just call it your hab. Now, how's about you get yourself some rest, and we'll pick up your training in the morning. Now, sleep tight there, Cutter.
Yeah, I mean, like it's not bad. It's basically a
Good
bachelor
morning,
apartment.
Shipbreaker. Lynx would like to share the following message. The only P's permitted in the salvage yard are profit, processor, and potassium trifluoromethane sulfonate.
What's that? Good morning, Shipbreaker. Reminder, minimum payments are due by 10 a.m. Solar Standard Time each day. Failure to pay on time is considered a breach of contract. Thank you for your hard work and cooperation.
Rise and shine, Cutter. Hope you feel well rested. You ready to continue your training? Okay, let's have a look at your employee terminal. Now let's get caught up on career progression and certification. I've sent you a message with an explanation now. Go on and give it a read.
I has 5 messages. Alright. New corporate email from corporate spam. New ship access. Mackerel, station hopper, and mackerel light cargo. Mackerel is the most common ship used in most colonies. Light cargo models. Terminals. Electric safety is advised. Our ships are simply the best. Recent safety reports are wrong. Cool. Salvage goals. Lynx is proud to introduce all new salvage goal system to our valued shipbreakers with performance in mind. Salvage goals should help shipbreakers in understanding and expected total values of ships. Estimated. Yeah, so basically we have an algorithm to figure out what a thing is worth, you know. These goals provide many goodies. Yeah, like you hit your milestones, you get rewards. I'll have the dopamine of the reward piece. Thank you. Alright, so again, financial relief program. Everything important and good in this world comes at a price. Each privileged person who joins our families becomes a shipbreaker, becomes significant costs. Fortunately, Lynx shoulders the burden of these costs temporarily in order to let you hit the ground running and begin training stress-free. Not how that works. This cost sharing is handled through innovative employee financial relief program, which I'm sure you have your fingers not completely on the weights of. This program covers all essential onboard costs and fees, including cost of training, work, in return, your skills and expertise grow. All the value that you earn to shipbreakers will automatically deduct from the amount owed financial relief program. This ensures that the borrowed amount is paid off as quickly as possible so you can get on with building yourself a brighter future. So company towns are a thing, apparently. Again. And I have found myself in one. Fantastic. Installed with every optical suit. This model is the core part of Shipbreakers toolkit. It lets you assess the structural makeup of the ship, cleanly demarcating the hull, structure beams, support, and cut points. Structure mode is default mode when activated scanner, unless you were previously using a different mode. It's capitalist hellholes all the way down there, Admiral.
Clear as mud? Don't worry.
Is our property provides each employee with a fulfilling process. Family service from 1 all the way up to 30, which is reserved only for our master employees. It is advised that you get access to more tools, upgrades, and stuff. So this is our level up system, basically. This is our level up system. The certification systems. Let's start a shift.
This is the catalog that shows you which ships you have access to from the shipyard. Every day you can choose to continue working on the ship you've got or start a fresh one. Go ahead and pick one, any one, and we'll get to work.
The estimated value of... That's the best one so far. Wait.
She's all yours, Cutter. Your primary goal is to reach rank 3. Now try to remember, nanocarbon goes in the processor, aluminum goes in the furnace. Try to salvage the entire ship if you can. We call it using the whole buffalo. You'll hit your certs faster that way, and start knocking out that debt of yours. I'll be observing and giving you any help if you need it. Good luck, Cutter. Weaver out.
Oh, no audio log? There's... Last time I played, sunk my teeth into it, they usually had audio logs the first time you grabbed them. Getting hot. Yeah, yeah, definitely done this once or twice. I, like, as I mentioned, I sunk my teeth into this in the, like, before they put any narrative into it, when it was just a take apart the ship game. And there's something incredibly cathartic and relaxing about this game. I don't know what it is. Just reducing something to its constituent parts. Alright, so let us see what we can do with what we have here. Alright.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Okay, you hid real well right. That blended. Wow. Okay.
Now, I know these ships look intimidating to scrap at first, but trust me, soon enough you'll be stripping the huge Gecko-class freighters like they're nothing. Got my start salvaging back down Earthside in the droid scrapping business. You know what made me come up?
Yeah,
One day we got a batch of this particular model in. One of them kinds with synthetic skin and everything.
yeah, like you can occasionally just be like, I'm in the zone doing the thing, and then all of a sudden, oh, everything's on fire and I'm dead.
Someone found a warehouse full of them, mothballed for 20 years or so, since the AI ban took effect. Probably bought the whole lot for pennies, thinking they could turn a tidy profit with the salvage. No word of a lie, these things look exactly like my stepbrother did. Even had the same slack-jawed expression. Now, Jed and I wasn't exactly pals or nothing. All the same, I couldn't bring myself to start smashing that dopey face. And that's when I looked into getting on with links. Tell you what, it's a sight better to cut up something that doesn't look like a family relation. Anyway, I'm running on. I'll clear the channel. Holler if there's anything giving you grief up there, Cutter.
I would like to know more about the AI ban, please and thank you. I feel like is probably a thing that my character knows, but I, as the player, would like to know more. It doesn't have a right. It can't have a sleeve because the barge isn't active yet. I don't. There we go. Let's.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
That's in smooth. Also, the soundtrack of this game slaps. Like it is like so good. Yeah, no, like assume the character knows it, but it's like I would like to know more, please. Yeah. To unintentionally make a Starship Troopers reference. Would you like to know more? Yes, yes, I would. Doesn't quite perfect.
Material deposited.
Glass is actually worth a lot. I mean, I'd prefer to reference Starship Troopers, because at least that one is, like, I really like that movie. Like, the movie is really good. I have read the book. The book is interesting, and I read it probably when I was a little too young to fully grasp some of the things it was alluding to and referencing, but I enjoyed it, and I think is probably one of his better works. Yeah.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited. Salvage gained. Rewards increasing.
I like how whenever you like see your shadow, you're like very clearly like standing upright, but when you you can like just full like, I'm assuming eventually like my head popped out and then my feet just like, you know, because you can just get right up in there, just like you know, conceit for gameplay. Oh, there's a couple more thingies. Doohickeys? Thingamadoobers? Yeah. No, we don't want that. And like, the thing I think that makes this game very strong with how enjoyable it is to play is
Valuable object processed.
did anyone realize to place, I was upside down because that's up.
Evening.
Hello, how are you?
Well, thank you. How are you?
Oh,
Happy
no.
birthday.
Valuable
Yes, yes, Admiral. Up is subjective. Thank you, Squared.
salvage gains observed.
Yeah. Sorry, just multitasking with screens and feeds. You know how it is.
Yep, trying to get the voice chat to work on the old iPad.
The nanocarbon in the nanocarbon bin. The Squared. How have you played Shipbreakers at all? Do you have any experience with this bad boy?
I have not. I don't have a machine that can play it.
Fair enough. Well, if you have any questions or something seems interesting or doesn't make sense, let me know. And what we're doing here is we are kind of cheating.
Account credited.
We are going to use the one thing to shove the other thing. Uh-oh. Say about... Yeah, let's get you out of here now. If it's anything more than that, it's probably being greedy. Or is it light enough that I can shove these? I can't remember. Nope.
Valuable object processed. Credit
Alright, we probably need to cut the end cap off this. So, I don't know if you caught any of... Yeah, you caught a little bit of the earlier part of the stream, right? You're not just coming straight in. Squared. Yeah.
Yep, I've been here.
So if you have any questions, let me know.
Yeah, I watched Tex play this back when it first released.
Yeah. There's an actual story now.
processing valuable objects. Credit
Can we...
There's gotta be a 400 rated Clan XL engine in here somewhere.
I mean, you're not wrong. There's some pretty beefy engines. Alright.
Is this a certain someone's...
Oh, hello. We have a new arrival. I'm still getting used to Discord in stream mode not pinging when someone joins.
Oh yeah, I had to turn it off a long time ago.
Yeah.
object accepted for processing. Credit
Right.
deposit.
Well, for those who do not recognize the sultry taciturn voice of Josh from the Mech Bay podcast.
Oh please, I'm here for your voices. This is your house. Your house, sir. I'm just hanging out my chair.
You can still take the compliment, all right?
It's your birthday, sir. It's all
So I get to
good.
compliment whoever I want. That's how it works.
God dang it, he's right.
The two podcasts are merging again.
Oh my god, the crew's all here. A Ed made of metal.
Currently, I'm a drill press.
I mean, as long as you're not a Dremel tool.
Well, there was an incident.
At least it landed somewhere nearby.
Yeah. I mean, we've all been playing with minis of pewter or plastic of some variety, and suddenly everything has disappeared, or a piece has gone flying, and oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, my dad had this great printout. It was like rules or truths of plastic modeling. It was like one of those printouts from like 50 years ago, you know, people did on a Velotype machine or whatever. But it all rang 100% true, because one of them was the smaller the part, the more likely it is it will vanish into the shag carpet.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason that watchmakers have that, like, crushed black velvet mat that they put everything on, so they can see the metal parts. So, I have just disassembled my first ship. We are going back into the habitat and seeing if we can reach level 3 to progress the story.
Woohoo, after interest, we've made $3.50 to the principal.
And that's before taxes.
Yep.
Well, Admiral, I would highly recommend Mech Bay. It is a very good podcast. Josh and his crew, kind of focused a little bit more. I got to level 3. Huzzah!
Level increase.
On like the tournament and making lists and stuff like that, and they have more tabletop experience than I do, so I definitely defer to them on that sort of thing.
Josh rolled dice good. Dice. That's pretty much the extent of my knowledge. Like, you guys do all the lore, and you do I would say 100%, but that's like 100% too low. A 210% job at lore, the max, and all that.
Good morning,
Best I can do
Shipbreaker.
is tell you,
Lynx mandates a
Mongoose no
maximum of
jump,
8 hours of
Mongoose run
sleep.
fast.
Any extra sleep time will
Battle
be docked
armor,
from
no.
the next
No
pay
good.
cycle.
You guys do a great job in your episodes talking about classic, especially when you're talking about scenarios and stuff like that. I get all my classic stuff from Mech Bay.
Thank you, thank you.
Looking good, Cutter. Now go ahead and pick another
We
ship.
definitely, we're like super disappointed because we love doing scenario stuff, and it's just, we hate to talk about it without doing it first, and just, especially with the pandemic, it's just harder to get the games in like on a regular 4-man schedule.
Oh yeah. What? Cue the classic D&D meme of like the true big end boss is scheduling conflicts. You know.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
All right. So we have unlocked level 3, which means we are now responsible for oxygen, our thruster fuel. We can get repair kits, patch kits, and tethers. Tethers are super cool. I like them. They're useful. Physics is cool.
You have a lot of debt.
Yes. When you start, you get all of that. Also, you start by signing a clone replacement program in case you die. And so they extract genetic material so that they can clone you. Extraction of the genetic material causes termination of original body.
Jeez. The company I work for better never find out about this.
Alright, so hazards. Woo, we get to play with the expensive stuff, which also means the dangerous stuff. The stuff that can explode. So don't explode. Catalog of ship. Heavy mackerel. Boom. We
It's like
get a
the
bigger thing.
like the prototype improved jump jets that explode if you hit them.
Yeah. One type of heatsink I kind of want them to, like, explore again is the one that used, like, the liquid heavy metal as the coolant.
Oh, the prototype double.
Yeah, like, it's just, like, I'm sure if you threw some decades and a couple, billion C-bills at it, you could maybe make triples eventually. But what else would you discover as a byproduct of that? Because, I mean, that's where the really cool stuff comes from. It's just like, we were trying to figure this out, and then we found something really weird.
When I was reading up on that, I had to do that commercial with the, injection port, cooling vest and all that. And I was like, oh yeah, don't have those connections break.
Yeah.
But I actually learned today about laser heat sinks.
Oh yeah, those are weird.
They're interestingly enough a real thing.
Because you've increased your rank,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna give you the next greatest ship.
Just can't dip them in
Now
water.
this one will be full of machinery, electronics, furniture, all stuff that Lynx can collect and resell. You're gonna want to toss those items on the barge. That's the big green.
The heavy metal heat sinks make heavy metal improved heat sinks make a lot of sense. Like if you're in space, you could vent coolant.
It's got a loading bar.
There's a dampening field that'll catch everything. It works great
Shooting mercury out the back here,
most
man,
of the time.
as propellant.
Let's
and
give it a
coolant.
go.
I mean, like, legitimately, depending on how the type of space setup, like whether it's like vacuum-ish or what have you, yeah, there's, he thinks, like, I don't know, it's interesting to me that some people pretend or think they know a lot about how a mech would work, even though they don't know a lot about thermodynamics, and so therefore don't understand that, like, no, in the hot, humid jungle, the heat sink worked better. Like, the more moisture that's in the air, the more capacity for like absorbing thermal energy it has.
You've hit North Carolina levels of humidity. You're not overheating.
You in North Carolina squared?
No, I'm Pennsylvania.
Okay, I was about to say. I'm dealing with some North Carolina humidity.
So when you say that, how many times do you have to deal with Dutch jokes?
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Not too often because I technically work for the Dutch.
Processing valuable object.
We tend
Fair.
to avoid them.
Fair. It's just, like the Dutch. Oh, the Pennsylvania Dutch. Which, as a Canadian, all I know is that it's a thing.
Oh, they got good food. I can
I mean, let's be real. Usually the insular communities generally have really good food. What are you caught on? Okay, there we go. Do we have pressure in there? No, we do not. Okay, that's good, because you can just straight up explosive decompression, and that's fun. It's not fun.
Oh, hey, there's a fully kitted out gargoyle that nobody bought.
Like, legitimately, it has occurred to me that a great mod of this would be taking apart a Union class dropship or something like that.
I need to fire up the printer because I do want to do that wrecked mech that just has all of the lost 10mm sockets just pouring out of a hole in its armor.
Nice work. Got that pretty quick.
So do you think BattleTech
Now let me teach
Oh, I
you
did not.
bolts would be metric?
once the training wheels come off, links
Yes,
regulation,
but like the Star League metric.
oxygen and fuel
Wait,
cost.
what?
That's
As
the
opposed to
way
what
things
metric?
go. Turn
Well,
it
you know,
on
where it's
now.
like
Now,
a kilo is half a pound or whatever, or you know,
But if you end up running out, you gotta go
like
top up
it's
it.
a 0.5 to 1 ratio,
Have a look.
because the math is all very, very special to make it nice and easy because it's a game.
Oh, you mean with ton, not ton, right? Ton
Yeah.
is not a ton. Yeah.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
There's
Not
Star League
see
tons,
Joshua.
and nobody knows what one of those is ever since they blew up the Star League Department of Weights and Measures back in the Amaris activation.
Yeah.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
It's 100 tons. It's a 100-ton mech, we think, but the scale hasn't been calibrated in 500 years because they don't make the standards anymore.
I mean, technically, the metric is impervious to becoming lost tech because it's based off of like,
The weight of water.
well, yeah, like the universal constants. You know, so
It's also not spelled TONNE in the books, right?
Yeah, just TON.
Yeah. That's why I give credence to the existence of a Star League ton as opposed to the Star League ton being a metric ton.
yeah, fair. Now we're being careful because there's fuel right there.
I spent today dealing with preventing what happens if you hit the fuel line.
Very important work. Problem is, usually somebody's trying to cut costs from the budget or whatever, so it's just like, how cheap can you make this? We really shouldn't be cheap here, people.
And I wish I had one of these laser cutters.
I mean, okay, so like, if we're gonna be like nerding this up, the laser would work theoretically. You just would have to make specific like cut point struts and have it be like a something like aluminum that conducts heat very, very well and has a relatively low melting point, so it would just like kind of all go at once.
Yeah, while also being strong enough that it doesn't yield under thrust.
Yeah, that's the That's the tough part, we'll say.
You could, like, do aluminum foam. That would have good strength.
Wouldn't that be, Sorry there, Admiral. Missed the chat for a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, like just make some endo-aluminum struts or what have you.
Yeah.
I do love like the little debris that is floating around, because like it will legitimately just tink off your helmet.
I'm really glad that they turned that idea that they had for hardware Shipbreakers into this game. Because their original pitch got turned into Homeworld Deserts of Karak. Eric.
I've only ever watched a Let's Play of Homeworld, and is Deserts of Karak, like, is that the first one?
Yeah, it's a prequel that they did.
Oh, okay.
So, Blackbird did a sort of a spiritual successor game where you played a salvage team on this alien world that they found that just has all these shipwrecks on it. But Gearbox ended up buying them, and they got the rights to do Homeworld, so they turned it into a Homeworld game.
Admiral says it's apparently technically a third game made, but it's a prequel to Homeworld.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all ground-based.
Welcome to Vendatron 9000.
Yeah, apparently it's hard to play Homeworld. Hard to make it work. Apparently Good Old Games has a decent patch system for it.
When you hit the next rank. Weaver out.
I generally use Steam, but I've heard really good things about Good Old Games, so. Oh no. Oh, we're gonna save it. We're gonna save it. There we go.
Yeah, I've had good luck with Good Old Games.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
It's amazing how compelling it is to be like, I'm throwing the thing in the chute, and then all of a sudden like, oh no, I forgot to take this light off, and you're like scrambling to get this relatively inexpensive or not super valuable thing off, but like out of principle I gotta get it done. I can't let that go.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
On the other side. Yeah, we're fine. Done that more than once. Remember, kids, check what's on the other side of where you're cutting. It's important.
Always secure objects being drilled.
I believe there's a BDSM joke that we're just going to move past, but, you know.
Phrasing?
Are we not doing phrasing anymore? That's fine, you just gotta tell me.
I forget if Archer's even still on or if it ended.
I fell off that show when he was in a coma. Apparently it got really good after a bit, but it, like, I don't know. I've heard mixed reviews of it, but like overall it's solid, you know, and like the early seasons are really, really good, and so you can't ever take that away from them, you know. I'm just gonna swoon about how much I love this soundtrack again.
You know, Brent, I don't think you're streaming audio. Not in Discord, anyway.
On Discord? Oh.
Not complaining. But if anybody fails to comment about the audio, that would be why.
I haven't noticed anybody fail to comment about the audio and the actual proper stream. I have done a levels. So, yes, and Admiral has just double confirmed that, okay, here's a question. Can Twitch hear the other people in the room, or has it just been a weird one-sided conversation of me? Because that would be real awkward if, like, we're an hour into it or whatever, and... No, unfortunately, they can't see the chat. I don't have a way to... having a room for people to hop in and chat with was kind of a last-minute ad hoc thing I decided to throw on, so they cannot see the chat, sadly, unless they are in the Twitch chat, because that's how that works.
Can they hear me?
They can hear you, yes.
Can they hear me judging them?
I'm assuming so. Admiral will be able to confirm or deny whether they can. Yes. All right, this is gonna be fun. There's a bunch of stuff to tear off this one. So we flip it up, and then we go up, and then we go boom. Goes the dynamite. We take you and we flip you back over here. I mean, Space Kentucky soundtrack is amazing. Let's just throw that out there.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred. Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Gunner, make your way back to the kiosk on the starting platform to fill up your O2. Blue ain't your cover. Trust me on this one. Weaver out.
Blue isn't my color? Well, that's very presumptuous. I think with my eyes, I can pull it off. What do you guys think?
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
I don't know. I'm watching the stream on Discord.
Admiral says they do not appreciate the judgment. Yeah, suffocation is probably a pretty terrible way to die. I mean, burning to death is probably like the high quote-unquote watermark for that in my books, because you can actually like you can choke. You can be starved of oxygen so that you can't breathe. Yeah, drowning, suffocation, burning, all no bueno. Trying to line up that perfect shot and it never... You're just like inch over. Ah, too far. Oh, come on. Boo. Boo! Boo! Get off the stage. Wait, I'm the one on the stage. Shit. A little bit of glass. It's fine. It's fine. We don't need the whole thing. Alright.
Material deposited.
Off. So we just take apart all of these lovely bits and pieces and throw them into the big bins so that our loving parent company can recycle them into new ships and new designs so that we can head out into the universe and colonize in a manifest destiny that we have always been meant to fulfill. And of course, they're going to pay us the absolute best price they can give us for the things. Q, like pennies on the dollar.
We gotta salvage those fusion reactors to power the blockchain.
So the blockchains, jeez. So the laser cutter has recoil because it's the fans for the heat sink, so that it doesn't overheat and burn and explode, and because there is, we're in space, so there's so little pressure, so that there's gotta have a lot of oomph from those fans, which is why and we're in space, so there's less resistance. That's why there's more of a kickback. To answer your question there, Admiral. Is that enough hand wavium for you? Get in here. We've got you off already, so let's... Ooh. Whatever. It's fine.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Semi-reasonable bullshit. That's my specialty here at On the Origin of Battlemechs podcast. Semi-reasonable bullshit is the bar we aim for.
What's that ammo getting from the torso to the arm?
A TARDIS.
Yeah. Handwavium.
Yeah.
The primary engineering compound made to used to make battle mechs.
The new Clan Wolf experimental Pharaoh narrative armor.
Pharaoh
Narrative.
armor.
I might have to steal that. That's amazing.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Oh, thank you.
Legitimately, so I made a thing for tomorrow for the Wolfnet fight night, and I am interested to see how it plays out, because I have a small shield and ferrolamellar armor.
I heard you murdering Chandler with it during the Thursday night fight. That was your baby, right?
No, not Thursday. He and I had a little practice match on Saturday.
Hey, cousin, I need you to head back to the kiosk on the starting platform to fill up your O2. Stat. We're out.
Oh, right. During the films.
Yeah. But no, it's I decided to play with all the things because why not?
Tomorrow night, the 4,000 BV monstrosities.
Yep.
If Thunderhead Studio isn't streaming, I'll have to come.
Yeah, Mr. Brute asked me what we should run, and I was like, you know what? Let's see what we can do with 4,000, including the pilot BV, because normally for Tuesday night it's you know, if you're taking you either have a stock pilot level or a light. Or a gradient one for you know, like a light gets this, a medium gets this, a heavy gets this, and an assault gets this, and that's fine. That works. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I think there's a lot of fun you can have by like trying to squeeze out a really strong pilot in a lighter machine, and also getting a chance to play with some weird special tech is always good in my opinion. So figured, well, why not? And 4,000 keeps it low enough that if anybody takes something particularly big like an Atlas, they can't really throw a whole lot into their pilot. So it might be a good example for why the big boy isn't always the best boy.
Tuesday Night Fight brought to you by Becker's Bat BV Buffet. If it ain't loaded with everything on the menu, you're not doing it right.
I mean, my machine can only exist basically in the Ill Clan era because it's got everything on it. It's got Ferrolamilor. It's got wait, hello, I forgot to cut you. It's got TSM. It's got a capacitor for a PPC. Like it bonkers.
Yeah, Scotty on the official forums in the Eel Clan recognition guide thread has been going through each of the sheets, and it's pretty entertaining when he gets to the Clan Wolf specials.
I can't imagine why Clan Wolf got so many specials. They're not bad important.
There's a lot of questionable stuff that Remy Becker threw in there. Like the Stormwolf having fixed laser AMS.
Yeah, I mean... So, I think the recognition guides are absolutely fantastic. I think they're really, really cool. Open Shart Surgery says Grayson Carlisle's Marauder had 12 tons of Pharaoh narrative armor. Yeah. I think the recognition guides are absolutely fantastic. I want more of them. I think they are a good way to do things. I think the scale of what they took on was a bit more than they could handle, which is why we had a couple delays and some of the proofreading issues, we'll say, because if I recall correctly, there's one mech that had other mech parts or weapons listed as part of it. So, yeah, there's some things that probably should have gotten caught. And I mean, I am not one to judge. I set an insane production cycle for myself when I started out. That's not a healthy thing to do. I don't recommend it. It was not good. Don't do as I did. And yeah, so that's but they did it. They accomplished it. They got all of the 24 out by Christmas Eve, like they wanted to. So that they put in the work. They got it done. I cannot take that away from them because they did it. But I think a narrower scope of say 6 to 12 issues, depending on the conflict. You could do, say, for example, a 3-pack of Tomorrow Rising, or whatever happens with the Draconis Combine and the Raven Alliance, because stuff's going to go down there eventually with them backing Alaric. So
Almost like the Turning Points books, then, like a smaller series of rec guides focused on a little chunk. That make it more digestible, right? Because
yeah, it's kind of what they tried to do with the Hanseatic Crusade, but that kind of fell apart.
Mm-hmm.
Because they did the Operational Turning Point and a couple of the Touring the Stars books, and then they had delays. I think in 2 weeks we're supposed to get Spotlight on Hellion Keshik, which was supposed to pop up June last year.
Yeah. And I mean, in their defense also, they had, I'm sure, all of those up to be part of the Kickstarter rollout, which of course was affected by the pandemic. So, that's beyond their control. I think they have done a fantastic job of getting them of a sufficient quality to get out the door. There was a couple things that slipped, but nobody is perfect. We're all human. So, yeah.
I'm actually surprised that out of all of the Mechs in the Recognition guides, the new clan stuff, the Jade Falcon designs are actually the most reasonable.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Hello, Shipbreaker.
After reading Tomorrow Rising, I'm gonna be interested to see who has what in
Have a good day.
the Oak Clan era.
Pattern deviation nominal. Define nominal. Alright, so Shipbreaker, we have a Atlas Scout. Solar winds at your back. Cosmic dust flying by. The speed of a comet at your fingertips. Meet the Atlas Steiner Scout Lance. The Atlas Scout, actually. Purpose engineered in getting away and back in a blink of an eye. Sporting a pair of Star Leaper's proprietary quasar thrusters. The Scout ensures you'll be able to cover a lot of ground quickly. So it's a rocket. It's a rocket. Electrical hazards. I can now electrocute myself. Woo! Exciting. I mean, I took a chunk off of it. Slowly but surely. Paying more than my fees. That's something, right? Man.
Hey, Cutter. I'm looking at the stats coming from your bay, and it's looking like you're really gonna make your way around here. It's time to learn about how to upgrade your equipment and some of the more advanced tools you'll soon have at your disposal. Now head on over to your workbench in the equipment room, and we'll see about upgrading your tools.
Upgrade time. Woo, exciting.
I'm gonna read this straight from the manual.
It's time to visit Space Canadian Tire and get new tools.
By giving Shipbreakers access to tool improvements and new equipment. Reaching
Tested by our cutters in the great Stratus North.
Basically, they want to make sure you prove
Guaranteed to operate to -2 or to what is it? -250 C or K. Yeah.
Links tokens. Use those tokens here to get yourself some new gear. Sometimes there are some extra goodies in the
That's a pretty reliable tool there if it works below the point where atoms stop moving.
Isn't that -273?
I think so.
Yeah, so you got 20 degrees. 23 degrees before that.
Yeah,
Still very reliable. Still very reliable.
Everything's moving as fast as an Irby going uphill in January.
Then hop back in the bay.
Alright, so I have tethers now. Woo, tethers. Whispers. Can't upgrade anything there yet. Scanner, helmet. I do eventually get to own the equipment that I am using. Like, eventually they're just like, okay, we've sucked enough capital out of you to have paid for the suit already. You can buy it from us now. Yeah, I finished training. Finished Blood Will Tell a week or two ago, and picked up the new Grey Death Legion book, the one set, before the Jihad. So gonna crack into that hopefully this weekend.
I kind of liked how in Blood Will Tell it turns out that the weakness to the giant celerity rush was, it needs ECM, and we're the faction that uses most of the ECM.
So they're great for moving super heavy salvage. Try it out. Press and hold the secondary input for the grapple to begin placement. Point where you want the salvage to move to, and then release it to create the tether. Great. Now, what if you want to get rid of the tethers you've placed? There's a cancel command you can send, but take note
I just
that it
finished
clears all
a
the
rock and a
tethers
hard
you've
place
placed.
not so long ago.
Go ahead and try it now.
It's kind of interesting because as a newer BattleTech player, I haven't read too many books, but I did read the GDL trilogy like last year. So I jumped right from the GDL trilogy to Rock and a Hard Place. So I haven't read any Great Death Legion stuff after it, and this book is set right after that. So I can't give any perspective about what it looks like from the rest of the stories, but what I can tell you is it was like Rock and a Hard Place was written immediately after the original GDL 34 years ago.
Nice.
It just flowed right into it.
That's good, because the original Grey Death Legion trilogy is really good in my opinion, but it is also like a era defining story, like it all builds up to the Helm Memory Core, and the Helm Memory Core is like really important, and it's really important because the tech level's so low.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, probably just reasserting the obvious. Okay, I need to salvage tether cubes. What?
Be interested to see the universe where the Grey Death Legion stumbled upon the hegemony memory core.
Or the New Dallas.
Yeah.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Like the lore of the memory cores, like depending on which one we're talking about, because most of the ones that survived because they were ignored because of bureaucratic bureaucratic oversight or what have you, or just like caught like the Admiral is asking what's in the hegemony and the New Dallas core. The New Dallas core had a lot of the, if I'm remembering correctly, a bunch of the retro tech stuff, and it had a whole bunch of the stuff that was already discovered that was in the Helm memory core. But the New Dallas memory core was basically attached to the Internal Bureau of Hegemony Affairs or something along those lines, like basically the CIA or /FBI for the Terran hegemony. And when they moved offices off planet, they were either like supposed to or intended to deactivate the core and like take it with them, but then they just didn't because cost saving bureaucracy. They just kind of walled it up. In fact, they were supposed to like disconnect it from the network, and it didn't, which is why I'm like it didn't get disconnected until the Amaris coup. Hey, Frog, how's it going? Which is why it had like more stuff than the Helm memory core. Like, the Helm memory core had like a couple hundred years into the Star League, if I'm remembering correctly, because it was. I'm. You know what? At this point, I'm not sure if I don't feel confident enough to say anything more beyond that point, other than, it that core and vault was very well hidden because they literally moved like a mountain on top of it. So it wasn't like it was sealed away at the like in a hurry when the Amaris coup happened. Like it was sealed up well beforehand and disconnected.
Yeah, they shut down the office and the storage space there, and then there was an earthquake that kind of blocked it off, and they decided just to leave it.
Right. Even come on, you're gonna charge me fees and not let me earn any income. Freaking capitalists. Yeah.
Yeah, it's less yeah, with the New Dallas and Hegemony memory cores, it's less that it's all the best Star League stuff, more that it's how to make all of the primitive stuff.
Because it was like a more complete like historical record. Like I think it also had like a whole bunch like the New Dallas memory core is the like hand wave. This is how we found all of these records, because it's like it's not just going to be raw tech data on those sorts of things. Like there's going to be a lot of like news articles, editorials, books, like just like people's memoirs, service reports, shipping and receiving logs for like military facilities and stuff like that.
And if I may quote Tex, now that is how you fucking retcon.
Yeah, that and the Tharcad Broadcast Company.
Yes. Oh, glory.
I will never get over how beautiful a retcon the animated series is into the continuity as a like piece of propaganda. It's like that's just fucking chef's kiss. Like, oh,
you know what it actually does? It makes the cartoon better.
Yes, it absolutely does. Because that's like, oh, that's why it's campy as all hell.
Yes.
Yeah, the cartoon also comes up in Tomorrow Rising in a couple sections.
Yeah, Admiral. Basically, a memory core is like a server for a planet's internet. I think is a good way to articulate it.
Somebody downloaded all of Brent's episodes and forgot their phone in the office.
I'm trying to get there as fast as I can. Once I have 0,
I kind of got the impression that they put it in because I think at some point VanPro must have been considering developing out the Age of War.
Oh.
Since they couldn't go past the FedCom Civil War for the longest time, and then they found out that they were doing the Jihad.
Mm-hmm. Well, it looks like we just got let's see here. The Bunny Hearted is rating with a party of 52. Hello, everybody. Hi. Thank you. Yes. Happy birthday to me. Because birthday stream. Woo. So hello, Jackie. Hello, Toxic Avenger. Illithid 1D2D. Oh, so many people. Hello. I'm assuming there is a bunny reference I'm not getting. Something about looting the bunny. I is confused. But we are moving forward. I don't get most internet things these days. I'm old.
Oh,
Ship,
I'm getting to that point too.
yeah. Bunny Hearted, thank you. The Shipbreakers is going good. We are starting to figure out how bad capitalism is, and that's fun. But we're starting to get to the very first part of the narrative that they have added, which I haven't experienced yet before, so that's cool because we just made contact with a cutter who is not our handler Weaver, because Weaver's been around for the beginning.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Yes, Admiral, we did get rated, and that is a good thing. Yeah. So, even if it is confusing, and I'm scared. Somebody hold me. I don't know what's going on. I'm so new to this. What we're gonna do is just rip off all these lights and throw them in the bin. Not unplug them or anything. Just rip them off. It's fine. It's fine. So let's get. Okay.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
You look like an HVAC unit. If memory serves, oh no, you can just pop off. Okay, because some of them you had to like cut from the inside to disconnect them, because that was fun. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense.
It's just a window unit.
Yeah, just a window unit. Yeah, there you go.
It's space. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I mean, there's actually some really cool, interesting stuff. So there's lots of ways to generate low amounts of electricity using like heat differentials, and some of the stuff I've seen about like theoretical power generation on like long-term space flights and stuff is actually very cool and very interesting. I have no idea how viable it is, but like the sheer concept of like we're using the heat that is generated from like the everything and the coldness of space to generate a voltage in order to run like the ship. So theoretically you just need like a power generation to jumpstart you, you know.
Warning. Fuel levels are low.
Children of a Dead Earth, for the fission reactors, it's all thermoelectric. So it has a big old thermocouple running the...
KCVR, this is Shipbreakers Hardspace. We are in high Earth orbit. We can see Earth there, and there's another salvage yard down there. And we are taking apart ships because space is full and cluttered and full of derelict craft that is stuck in the solar system, so much so that we're taking stuff apart. And so it's like
Space
basically
simulator.
Also with like Space Kentucky, like the tangy music is very Appalachian.
Yep, the ground is out of coal, so we have to harvest spaceships.
Yeah. Angel, I streamed a little bit a while ago. I've made one or two half-hearted attempts, we'll say, in the past. This is I'm doing this because it's my birthday, and I figured it would be fun to hang out and chill and be low key. Making time to do things, sort of things. It's the first time I've streamed in my new place. Life events happened, and so it threw a wrench into it. I wanted to be streaming earlier. Okay, this is cool. This is new. I'm gonna have to come back. Okay. Can we open you? Can we please tell me we can open you? Yes. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go get oxygen and fuel, because I'm gonna get stuck looking at this stuff and then choke and die. That'll be bad.
Oxygen reserves are critical.
Is
Administrator to add asphyxiation coverage.
yeah. Space is dark and full of terrors. This is true. All right.
Oxygen level stabilizing.
Not gonna lie, getting used to like staring at the other screens of the chat while playing the 3D game is a little disorienting sometimes. Sorry if you guys feel I'm ignoring you, Ed and Squared.
No problem. I'm enjoying just hanging out. It's been a long day.
I get that. Honestly, it didn't really feel like I had a weekend. Like I had 2 days off, but Friday after work I went and got my 3rd jab. So this one honestly I was just sore for 2 days and achy and tired, and I did not like it.
Yeah,
So,
I had that with the 3rd one too. It was not fun.
I don't.
Yeah, Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I don't regret getting it. I just regret the symptoms or the side effects. You know, like which it would have been less. But considering I had 2 shots of Pfizer and apparently Omicron is real good at getting past that one, I was like, yeah, let's definitely sign up for it as soon as we can. Well, Admiral, have a good night. Thank you for hanging out and being the voice in the chat. Okay, let's take a look here. Okay, so we've got a Javelin class poster that is really, really cool. We're gonna grab that. Fun Friend Animals the movie. Bunny character D. There you go, guys. Bunnies.
Yay!
And Crooks has returned.
Hey, look, Crooks.
Oh, you're all squirmy. Why are you all squirmy? Then we've got a... I feel like that's a reference to something. Party? I feel like that's a reference to something that I don't get. Over the Moon Brewery. Okay, yeah. I mean, like that's just hipster microbrew right there, is what that is. Let's see where else we got here. A bunch of stuff to tear off the walls. Bunch of computers. Ooh. Bunny character D. Let's collect Bunny character D.
I don't want to know what happened to the ship that all the personal belongings got left in it.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look like it's all the personal belongings, just, you know, a stuffed animal and some posters that they didn't take off the wall. So how do I get open that door?
Cutter, there's 5 minutes remaining in this shift. Get in while the getting's good. We wrap.
can open that we can, just because it'll make the next shift easier. And then we will start cutting. Cutting support choice, phrasing. I don't know.
Cut my ship into pieces. This is my last resort.
Oh, Jesus.
Thank you, Mech
That's-
Assault.
What am I gonna do with these squared?
I don't know, throw me out there.
Well, I mean, if we ever get a Discord Among Us game night going, that'll probably happen.
Yeah.
Legitimately, I have played some Among Us lately with Connor and Chandler and some of that crew on their Discord, and let's just say I got thrown out the bus for making, or thrown under the bus for making puns. So.
Oh, if that's the case, I'm gonna get thrown out pretty quick.
Yeah. It happens. But, you know, it's all in good fun.
Yeah, I'm on Thunderhead Studios Discord for he does painting streams Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays.
Nice.
So we usually do a Jackbox night every now and then.
Nice.
Oxygen reserves are critical.
I haven't played Among Us in a while. It's still going.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's a good game, but I think it's one of those games that you definitely need to have a group of friends in AVC to play with. Like, the chat function is just not good enough for what it is trying to do, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is, and I need to get some freaking oxygen, so let's... And half time. I may have done this once or twice, and I may have run out of oxygen more than once.
Remember the rule of threes. It's 3 days without water, 3 weeks without food, and 3 minutes without oxygen.
Yeah. Or your health bar.
Yeah.
Actually thought that one was pretty slick.
Yeah, I like the reel in trick. That's pretty cool.
Get you out of the way. Sure there's nothing on the inside. Nope. Cool. Sorry, I lost train of thought because oxygen. What were we talking about? Among Us, right. Yeah, I just, for me to play that game, you really gotta have like like, you can have 8 people. You don't need to have a full party, you know.
The one I would like to do, if I ever had the equipment with which to do it, is Star Trek Bridge Crew.
Oh, I would love to play that. That would be really cool. Like, those types of games seem really neat to me, and unfortunately I have not had a chance to play a lot of them.
Artemis is fantastic if you ever get a chance for that one.
I've also heard...
that one's really fun. We did that in college a couple times because we had the people and space to do it.
What's the Guns of Icarus? I've also heard really good things about, which is like similar vibe, but you're obviously not actually playing in the same room. but you're like manning a steam-powered gunship, and like one person is repairing, one person is shooting, and the other person is like driving or whatever.
Yeah, there's the new Micro Pros has one coming out called the Mighty Eighth. That's you and your buddies are flying a B-50 or a B-22 bomber in the Second World War, which looks like it could be pretty fun.
Bunny Character D is a popular children's video character. An anthropomorphic pink rabbit, it was originally one of a dozen characters introduced as part of Panterran Media Conglomerate's Fun Friend Animals pilot program. The program featured a wide range of style. Buddy, you're adorable, but you're standing in front of the text.
Wants the lore.
Program featured a wide range of stylized animal-based characters. Heavy psychological analysis was used to determine which of these characters was most popular, despite appearing very similar to bunny characters A, B, C, E, and G. Bunny character D was determined to be the most popular among children aged 4 to 12. Interestingly, bunny character F, while being the least popular with this age group reportedly due to disturbing facial features, provided most popular among ages 25 to 40 and is featured in a series of videos and games for adults. Okay. I feel like they're trying to comment on something and I'm not sure what. Several of the program's characters, most notably Moose character and Pigeon characters A to C, and Salmon character were determined to be unpopular because they were based on animals that had been extinct for over 100 years. Oof. I mean, how do you make the moose extinct? The moose doesn't give a fuck about anything.
Moose makes you extinct.
Yeah. Last video series, Bunny does the right thing. Bunny character D opens an ice cream shop in New York. However, after blight rats infest the shop, the health administration forces them to close. Many of Bunny character D's friends encourage them to apply for government small business assistance to help them get a new shop. However, a wise government official helps Bunny character D understand that the best thing they can do is not apply, as this would unnecessarily draw valuable finances away from the government that could be used for the betterment of society elsewhere. The moral of the story is trust the market forces and in government to make the best decisions for everyone. Big oof, as the kids say.
It's Bunny character D.
Let us continue to break this bad boy apart.
Bunny character D and his animal friends sound like they would be in like Clanner cartoons.
I mean, yeah, that basically sounds like.
How you holding up there, cousin? Seems like you're getting a knack for it.
Like,
Trust me, when you get
non,
versed in the art of shipbreaking, it becomes
you know,
a joy to show up to the yard each day.
fighting
Ain't a trade like it.
stance,
Dancing
like
between the ribs of a ship.
libertarian capitalist clanners, basically. Yes.
Tory and Concordat, I think you mean.
Ah, there you go. And suddenly Josh appears.
Can you tell I miss it? Hey, it's alright. Helping y'all get there.
I'm pretty sure that Thorian cartoons involve like Davians, but they have like the dastardly mustache.
No, they have like the Inspector Puro mustache because they're French. Oh, you a big boy.
What are Davians doing You're a Davian? Of course I'm Davian. Why do you think I have this ridiculous accent?
I mean,
I feel like heroes in Torian cartoons might be Yosemite Sam.
Yeah. I do kind of love the fact that in Babylon 5, like the Jakar's people were all like have a very distinct stylization or like pronunciation of their names, and then Jakar's just like, I am French.
Be interested to see what the CW does with their remake of Battlestar, or not Battlestar Galactica, Babylon 5.
In Babylon 5?
Yep, J. Michael Straczynski and the CW are doing a redone Babylon 5.
So I rewatched it, a good chunk of it, like in order, like the first, I want to say 3 seasons, in the early days of the pandemic, just as something to do, and hi, okay, it holds up really well. Like that show, it is very clearly of its time. It is a 90s sci-fi show. Like there's no getting around that. But it holds up really well. And like let's just say there were certain times that I just had to pause it and look at the person I was watching it with, and we just kind of like looked at each other and went like, this is way too topical for being like 20, 30 years old. And then there's the episode where the doctor, in the first season, there is a very bad episode where the doctor like basically violates the Hippocratic Oath and does some stuff.
I think the line that always stood out to me was Londo talking about humanity during the Human Minbari War, where he says they never ran out of bravery, they only ran out of time.
Yeah. What do we need to do here? Let's see here. I mean, the other thing that is unfortunate about that show upon reflection is some of the time frames that they say they're working with do not line up with like what would happen. Like for example, the Minbari apparently live for like 300 years or what have you, and the cycle of the shadows returning is every 1,000 years, which is not that long. Like, let's be real. That's it sounds like a long time, but it's not actually that long of a time. And then when you put those two things together, it's like, okay, so that means that Sheridan, the first... spoilers for Babylon 5, by the way, but at the same time, it's Babylon 5. You've either watched it or you haven't, and you're not going to at this point if you haven't. Am I wrong?
Spoilers for an almost 30-year-old show now. Oh
Yeah.
God, I'm getting old.
Yeah. Sorry, I completely lost my train of thought. Right, yes, okay. So when they send Sheridan, who is the, like, human made to be a Minbari, back with Babylon 4, like, part of the thing is that he integrates and has a wife and has kids and, like, has spread his genetic seed throughout their population so much so that, like, if it was found out, there would basically be a civil war because of a purity thing. Like, that is a whole plot point about why the Minbari ambassador, forgetting her name, Delenn, thank you, can marry the other commander. No, maybe that's Sheridan. What's the other one? It's Sheridan and Sandoval, but I can't remember which one's which. How dare you smear yeah. I'm on it, Nighthawk. Don't worry. Thank you. But like, that's why she could marry him, because it's like a peace offering. That's like the bit of leverage or what have you. Like it is a thing. Should that have been cut off? That's all. No, that's all processor stuff. Okay. Get in there.
Caution. Tether supplies are low.
Yeah, so it's like...
Yeah, humans are really short-lived.
Yeah, but also, like, say, for example, they, like, artificially extend his lifespan to match theirs so he doesn't, like, tip his hand that he's not human. It's like, okay, cool, fine, but, like, how many kids does he have? Like, let's say 4 for the sake of argument. They live 300 years. That means that you have, like, 7 generations. That Minbar is a huge... Like, the Minbari own a lot of space. There's no way that there's that many people that are in that family tree at that point for it to actually be like a faux pas thing, or what, or like no longer, like, the math doesn't add up.
It's got that spread. It's what humans do.
I mean, yeah, it's what humans do, but yeah, we're talking about the Minbari here. Now the what's the ones that are bald?
The Centauri.
The Centauri. Them getting busy with humans and getting their genetic code everywhere, I would absolutely believe.
Yeah, the line that they told humans when they first met the Centauri, that humans were descended from them.
Yeah, they're a lost colony.
Yeah. It turns out that they're...
Oh, no, it was a clerical mistake. I mean, our physiology is so same.
Oh, no one can replace Peter Jurassic.
Oh, yeah. Is he still alive?
Yes, he is still very much alive. He goes to pretty much... Well, prior to the pandemic, he went to all the cons. I
mean, good for him. I don't really con, because Canadian. As in, it's so hard to get to any of them. It's so expensive. Back me up on this, Ed.
Yeah, well, I mean, not to brag, but I'm like 4 hours from Gen Con, so I don't really have any excuses, but I haven't been, so...
I mean, the hassle of going through the border, that's something, right?
That's the big one.
Yeah. One day I shall make it to Gen Con. Not anytime soon, though.
Yeah, I mean, So, like, there's going to be, hey, we're doing cons again. People can come and do cons and stuff. And then there's like, okay, everybody's comfortable enough to go to cons again.
Yeah. We'll have to make those ask me about my Turrent shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, Turrent.
Oh, I should add that to the... I need to get better at, like, words escaping me. The Photoshop. I need to get better at Photoshop so I can start making shirts, because shirts are a thing.
It's like a shit post. You walk around it.
Yeah. And I look forward to being disappointed, much like Kelly at Dork Tales is, when he's like, I spent a bunch of time making this really nice shirt that's like a very clever, play or a bit of art, and then it gets completely outsold by a piece of text on a black shirt. Still mine, but you know, meh.
Salvage deposit accepted.
You could probably do a black shirt with just O-tube on it.
Yeah. What I was gonna say is, like, if you don't make it crazy complicated artwork, you can find local print shops and stuff that you just hand them an image and say, put this on the chest of a shirt.
Yeah. Oh no, absolutely. I was actually thinking like O-tube instead of like as a big thing, just like monogrammed for on like a polo or whatever. You know, like just the initials. Like that would work.
Gotta have a mech outline somewhere.
Hmm.
Still like my idea. Come on, Brent. Catapult turret.
You don't think there is going to be there is a outline of that, what was it, black shirt of word and word and word and
Oh yeah, I have that still sitting there. The Gauss rifle and AC-20 and MMLs and improved.
yeah. But you know, like have one for it's like you know, all the things we mispronounce, because when you try to mispronounce something on command you can never do it. I'm about to hit that. Yeah, there we go. Nighthawk says, well, if it's clever / funny... There we go. Now we're fine on fuel. If it's clever funny, I might go for it. There you go. And, yeah. I guess the moral of the story with the whole t-shirt thing is, people are fickle and want what they want and can't really explain it. I mean, see the loading ready run problem of having, like, literally Wii U joke shirts well into, like, the Wii shirts well into the Wii U being dead.
We're getting down to
You
the
know,
wire.
so
Let's put a bow on this shift.
it a thing.
There's also the Terran homogeny.
I think you guys mispronounced that one correctly.
Yeah. No, that's the tagline at the top, and then just the list. That's...
Warning. Fuel levels are critical.
Three? Are we winning? Oh shoot! I ran out of time. Ooh. I wanted to buy fuel. On the back end, like you do. It's exciting, and I'm still learning how to do everything. I think we are going to finish up the ship, because if memory serves, unless they have done an update, when you quit the game, it doesn't save your ship, so you lose it. So you want to make sure you get all the value before you close it down for the day. Yeah, no, like it. Oh, let's get fuel before I forget. Yeah, clothing is also a weird thing in that, like,
Fuel levels restored.
we buy way too much clothing than we need. Than, like, whenever I think about clothing, I think about a couple things of, like, there's way too much disposable clothing, and also, like, it is an interesting way to mark a quality of life, or like GDP, or what, like the standard of living for a society. But then again, I'm that nerd.
And we all openly agree to judge each other based on it.
Material deposited.
Oh, I have to say that the Duluth Trading Company stuff I've bought has held up pretty good. For multiple years.
I mean, all the Carhartt stuff I have is really good quality and held up. I've only had one or two things of theirs, but they've all been, you know, top notch. Do not put that in the furnace. Put that in the barge. What am I doing? Don't destroy the expensive thing. All right, let's break all of the parts. Yeah, like, Levi's jeans never really hold up for me. They're also bloody expensive in Canada.
Those
Like-
are designer jeans now.
Yeah,
Those are fashion jeans.
yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I got those Duluth fire hose pants that they advertise. I've had the same couple pairs for like 5 years now, and they haven't worn out yet.
Nice. Next time I need to buy shoes, I think I'm going to grab a pair of Magnum boots, because I used to always grab them back in the day, and they were very good. They just held up forever.
There we go. I put the t-shirt idea down in the t-shirt ideas thread.
Proper place for it, thank you. Hold on, sorry, one sec. I tabbed over. It didn't do the thing. Accidentally hit the thing I should have been looking at. Oh god. That... Wait. Okay. You good? You made a poof. I haven't dealt with you before, so I'm unfamiliar with your poofs. Is that a good poof or a bad poof? Oh, there we go. Okay. Yep. Nope. There we. Yep. All right. The disconnect poof, apparently. All right.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Oh dear. I can get in there. I'm confused. I need to break things apart apparently. Oh no. Oh no. Big and scary. Somebody hold me. Someone maternal. Okay, yeah, okay. I see what we're doing here.
Clock's ticking now, Cutter.
Oh,
Get
oh,
in there.
oh,
Hit that
oh no.
switch.
I don't know. Where I don't know what I did, but I did it wrong. I'm confused. That's not good. Let's...
Fire damage.
Not good.
Recommend maintaining a safe distance from flammable items.
Nice work.
Join
Now
us
the
this evening
fuel
as
lines are
Brent's
empty,
internal
and they
monologue
won't
goes
give you
outside.
nothing to worry about anymore.
Oh no, bad fire, bad fire, bad fire.
First.
Cool. How do I get in there from the... I don't think that was designed... Bad design. How dare you chastise me for a thing I can't physically do?
Salvage secured. Account credit
At least
applied.
understand how to do, because, like, that's the... The cut bolts are there. I call shenanigans.
Oxygen reserves are
Yeah,
low.
you're all processor.
Reminder, asphyxiation can lead to missed salvage
Cutter,
points.
looks like you used your last tether. Head on over to the kiosk if you need more.
Neat thing about having an internal monologue on the outside is everybody gets to hear it the first time the same as you.
Yeah.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
You can't talk to yourself. Who can you talk to? Good
I mean,
evening.
I don't care if you're talking to yourself. I care if it's a good conversation.
Oxygen reserves are critical. Please contact your plan
Hey,
administrator
Jesse,
to
how's it
have
going?
asphyxiation coverage.
I am playing Shipbreakers, Hardspace, and you are awfully quiet, BT Dubs. You know what, Frog? If you hang around, you'll probably get there eventually, because that's who I was going to raid when I was done. But don't let me keep you.
Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Yeah, just doing some Shipbreakers. I am taking apart a fast travel ship that I've never dealt with before, and I apparently screwed it up. You know, like you do.
I've never played this before, so I have no idea what the object of the game is.
So, you are a shipbreaker, which is quite literally what it says on the side of the tin. Earth is kind of foobarred. You have gotten a job at Lynx Corporation, taking apart ships for them and recycling them, basically. And it is Space Kentucky, Space Appalachia, because it has a very big company town vibe. Yeah.
Sounds fun.
It is a lot of fun, and it is surprisingly, I forgot to buy tethers. It is surprisingly cathartic / fun to take things apart.
Yeah, especially if you don't have to put it back together.
Oh yeah, but like take the things apart and put them in the bin. That's all you got to do. You don't got to put them back together. In fact, sometimes you have to cut them apart.
Salvage secured.
So all these computers, I'm just like ripping off the wall because that's how electronics work.
Everything's Bluetooth in the future.
Salvage deposit accepted.
I mean, legitimately, that would not be a terrible way to do things. The only problem is you have to make sure that you basically have a Faraday cage in your hull. Like your hull is a Faraday cage.
Yeah, you just gotta watch disassembling there, otherwise you'll become grounded.
Mm-hmm.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
All here. Let's go get tethers because we need tethers. I love this little hack. It's fun because you can just be like, I'm going very fast. Oh god, oh no, oh no, oh no. And it's also cool because if you run out of fuel, which I haven't ever done, especially not more than once, you can like grapple yourself over to the platform and pick up more stuff. Sorry?
I said there was zero guilt in that sentence.
Yeah, no, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Caution, tether supplies running low.
No. Okay, good. Let's play the game. Does it fit inside the incinerator?
Weaver out.
Hey, I played that game in real life.
Okay, so seriously, how the heck am I supposed to get to the shutoff, which is there?
Processing. Credits deposited.
That's pretty cool. The re-release of Principles of Desolation came out
Oh,
for the Dark Age, and it has Yenlo Wang actually using its shield.
what did I destroy there? Oh, it must have been attached to the things. Okay, it's still going through the. We're still going through the thing. Yeah, Yanglo Wang is a really cool machine. All right, can I squeeze by? Can I? Do you mind? Do you mind? I get some elbow grease. Can we get some elbow grease? We'll just no. Just. Oh, okay, cool. So how? Seriously, how am I supposed to get all the way?
Try going in from the other side, maybe.
There. What other side?
The bottom.
I could. You know what? That's actually. But I've got to. Oh no.
Your oxygen reserves are low. Note that
No,
excess
okay.
carbon dioxide can cause damage to Link's equipment.
I can't cut this yet. That means I can't get in there. Because I was like, okay, if I cut a opening on the back, I might be able to squeeze through. But that is not how this works. Okay, so we're going to aim very carefully at. Nope.
Thruster dangerously unstable. Proceed with caution.
No. Bad touch. Okay. Let's not get absolutely fried. Oh!
Fire damage.
I see.
Oh. Bollocks. Oh no. Those fires were not good for me. I think we're gonna die. We're gonna die. We might make it. We might make it. Nope. No. Damn. Bunk. Oh, look at that spin.
346 Your vital signs have been lost. Please reboot your monitor.
Welcome back, Bunny 100. I just died. Effective date. Okay, so we are 309 years into the future. So they are definitely behind on the fusion and jump drive. We're just behind on the fusion drive.
All right, breathe.
Like in Borderlands, where there's a resurrection fee.
Got yourself good there. Don't sweat it. Happens to the best.
Well, I mean, the game literally starts with you having your genetic material harvested.
And see how you can avoid future.
You die by that, but you know
Too many spares will rack up the debt.
And then they make a new one.
That's
Yep.
how they get you. Okay, let's get back to work. Weaver out.
Let's get that light.
1 minute left, Cutter.
I know.
Start
1
wrapping things up.
minute.
Weaver out.
We are right. And you want to go barge. Let's get. Wait, I need to get you guys out.
Salvage deposit accepted.
I'm sitting here trying to assemble a Iron Winds Karnov helicopter.
Hmm.
And I don't know who's cut more metal tonight, me or Brent.
No, not going to make it all the way in.
Cutter, you're out of tethers.
Darn.
Get yourself over to the kiosk to buy some more.
If I had another 20 seconds, I could have gotten it all in. But that last shell of the hull there did not quite make it. But still a good hull. So I was remaining 6%. But it's definitely not worth going in for that single piece of salvage. But Ed, on the plus side, yours you get to treasure forever. Mine are just digital metal. But yeah,
Forever,
that's something.
Or until it shoots across the garage off the end of a drill.
True.
Yeah, I think I need to get a new Giuliano at some point so I can actually have a cleaner assembly on it. I got some nasty gate vestige on mine. On the
Nighthawk,
shoulder daily.
Oh, sorry. Nighthawk, I'm pretty sure I sent a tether onto that cap to send it down. So, but yes, sorry to cut you off there, Square.
No problem.
To be fair, Nighthawk, I'm not super familiar with that ship. First time I took one on. So, all right. So we have reactors now. Ooh, yay! Those are always fun. They have a timer. Yeah, exactly. Not worth the effort for what I would accrue in fees. So yes, but I think we are going to
learn about the mother lode of any ship.
the reactors, the most dangerous.
Part of shipbreaking, but you got this. Continue when you're ready, Cutter.
I think that's where we are going to call it. So thanks to everybody for coming out and hanging out. We had, of course, Josh from the McVay podcast come by for a little bit. It was always nice to hear him. Good people, good podcast, good content. I highly recommend you check them out. And of course, Justy. Words. Squared Ed and Justy, thank you for all coming out and hanging out in the chat or in the VC. You know, have a little bit of a
happy birthday,
Brent.
man.
Yeah, thank you. Yes,
many happy returns.
Indeed, it's with the life changes I have had, this is an interesting one to say the least. But yes, so anyway, if you liked that, what you saw, I'd recommend checking out Shipbreakers because it's a really fun game. It is a lot of fun to play, and it's very very therapeutic, at least for me. Right. Well, so thank you guys for the happy birthday, and oh, Drew, you showed up just as we're signing off.
Okay, bye.
Thanks for popping in. No, so cool, I guess. Yeah, so thanks everybody, so have a good night.